If you're anything like me, then you obsess over celebrity relationships like they're your own. Might be because I'm painfully single, but you know, we won't talk about that today.
And since the media is also obsessed with these celebrity couples, all of us are collectively heartbroken when these couples decide to split. And the news is broken in the press.
Literally, I am always heartbroken, let me tell ya. But with how insane 2020 has been, it wouldn't surprise me if you guys might not have heard of all these couples that have split up this year. So that's what we're gonna be filling you guys in on right now on I.O.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Brie McKenzie here, and today on the channel we're gonna be filling you in on the top 10 celebrities that got divorced in 2020.
And we're here with a nice little double for you guys, our first double ever, so.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, excited to see how this goes. And by the title, you guys already know that this list is super ultra juicy. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe below. Also check out our playlist right up there for more top 10s. And follow the team on our socials to see more of us.
Now let's get into it.
So starting off at number 10, we have Cardi B and Offset. So the talk of the town recently is that Cardi B has filed for divorce from her husband and baby daddy Offset. The pair were together for 3 years, and Cardi filed in an Atlanta courthouse. In the documents, she claimed that the marriage was broken and there was no prospects for a reconciliation. And after this, the media practically imploded and everyone was dying to know why. Then a source told People the Scoop, blaming it all on cheating, saying, quote, Offset has pretty much cheated the entire time they've been together, but Cardi looked the other way because of the baby. She also didn't want to be embarrassed, but she's had enough. Along with the divorce, Cardi is seeking legal and primary physical custody over their 2-year-old daughter, Culture Chiari. And for a rundown on the cheating, multiple women have come forward over the years saying that they cheated with Offset, with the worst time being in 2018 when Offset was involved in a sex tape that came out only a few months after they were married. But despite that, she stuck by him. However, Cardi recently took to Instagram where she revealed a bit of a different story, saying in a live video, quote, I'm okay, I want to let you guys know I haven't shed one tear. Then adding that the divorce isn't because of cheating after all, saying, quote, I just got tired of arguing. She continued, I just got tired of not seeing things eye to eye. When you feel like it's just not the same anymore, before you actually get cheated on, I'd rather just leave. Nothing crazy or out of this world happens, sometimes people really do grow apart. And that is definitely an interesting twist to me. I definitely thought it would be because of the cheating, but maybe it is, she doesn't want to say, but either way, you know, her reasons are her reasons, and I stand by her for sure.
At number 9, Mary-Kate Olsen and Oliver Sarkozy. After multiple attempts, Mary-Kate Olsen has successfully filed for divorce from her husband Oliver Sarkozy. Mary-Kate had tried multiple times to file for divorce from her husband through the New York City courts, but because of the pandemic and the stay-at-home orders in New York, she was denied twice, before finally having her paperwork accepted in late May. The two had been married since 2015 and apparently had some rough patches, most notably their stance on starting a family. Oliver, who already has children with his ex-wife, didn't want any more, though Mary-Kate did. Oh, and speaking of his ex-wife, apparently this whole divorce started when Oliver's ex-wife moved into the couple's home. Right. Like that's gonna go over well. Mary-Kate seemed to have had enough with their disagreements, and especially those which involved the ex-wife, and so the divorce began. On top of Mary-Kate's misfortunes with her husband, he apparently kicked her out of their apartment, and all of this happened during the stay-at-home orders, so it really wasn't safe for her anywhere else. She was recently seen enjoying a night out with friends, so I'm glad she's doing better now, but I mean, come on, get rid of the ex-wife. Why is she living in your house? Literally stop.
And at number 8, Krystal Nielson and Chris Randone. So this is some bachelor tea for you guys, but one of the pair's most promising couples divorced this year. People love the idea of Chris and Krystal together as they were both the villains on their respective seasons of the show, but once they went on Bachelor in Paradise and things were slightly more real, people realized they weren't bad people after all and they were pretty perfect for each other. The pair got engaged after their season of Paradise, then wed in 2019. But only 8 months after the marriage, the pair decided to call it quits, with Krystal writing on Instagram, quote, the past 8 months have not been easy. I've been torn between mourning a life that could have been and determined to fight for the future I know I deserve. With respect and support for one another, Chris and I have decided to move forward with filing for divorce. And as a fan of the shows, I am so sad about this one. Like, this is one I was like, whoa, maybe TV love is real, but not in their case, I guess.
At number 7, Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock. Here's another marriage that ended after 7 years. Guess 7 years is bad luck, I don't know. I thought it was a lucky number. Apparently not. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock filed for divorce this past June. After meeting at the 2006 ACMAs, beginning their relationship in 2012, and getting married in 2013, their relationship has come to an end, though Kelly will not comment on why that is. Kelly has kept the whole thing under wraps, but what we do know is that her next album will be the most personal record she's released. Kelly said that she dove into some really personal issues in the album, and then it travels through the experience of the journey of her relationship from beginning to end. If we really want to know what's been going on behind the scenes, her music will really be the only place to find that information, since Kelly said that she will not comment on her divorce for her children's sake. Since the news of the divorce broke, we haven't heard much from Brandon, but again, I'm sure it will all be apparent in the music.
And at number 6, Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul. So this one we know now wasn't a real marriage, but there was so much drama and anticipation around it when the couple did break up / divorce. The world was pretty shocked at how fast it all happened. Well, I do have to say, not everyone was shocked, but personally I was shocked at how fast they divorced. The couple first got together very soon after Tana split from her cheating ex, aka the Justin Bieber lookalike, in April 2019. The couple then received what I like to call the Jake Paul treatment, where Jake starts making the relationship the center of his content, and then releases merch, and then has a fake marriage and all that. But the reason this worked so well is that him and Tana seemed like the real deal, and she played into the clout factor as much as he did. The couple got engaged in Vegas on Tana's birthday in June of 2019, and then after some back and forth, the date of the wedding was set for July 28th in Las Vegas. And on that date, Jake and Tana were wed in holy cloutrimony. Then 2 weeks after that, Tana uploaded a video talking about it, where she admitted that they didn't legally get married, but in her heart, that's what they were. Then only a few months after, Tana made an explosive video where she revealed that she really loved and cared for Jake, but he didn't, and he just saw the clout side of things. With the couple announcing only a few months later that they were taking a break in January of 2020, but that break turned into a breakup after Jake quickly started dating someone else. And their whole relationship only ended up lasting about 8 months in total. However, the reason I had to just bring this up again is that Jake and Tana are now both single and hanging out like best friends, like nothing ever happened. So I mean, maybe something's in their future. I mean, I hope not for Tana's sake, but kind of seems that way.
At number 5, Julianne Hough and Brooks Laich. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what I'm going with. Julianne and Brooks seem to be taking their separation quite slowly this year. Back in late May, the pair announced their separation after 3 years of marriage, but haven't seemed to have moved past that phase. Though they had been quarantining separately, and Julianne was reportedly looking to distance herself from her husband, an actual divorce filing hasn't happened yet. Now, depending on where you look, you get a different side of how Julianne is feeling about the separation. Some sources say that she's absolutely shattered that her marriage is over, others say that she doesn't know what she wants to do about the relationship, and others say that she's doing fine. At the same time, there are sources that say that Brooks is upset about the situation, or that he was the one who initiated the breakup, or that he's just fine with it and waiting for Julianne to come to a decision. Bottom line here is that we don't know for certain what's going on between the two of them. One thing is for sure though, they seem to be pretty friendly with each other at least. The two connected for Julianne's birthday and even shared some flirty messages with each other, those kind of flirty messages. Things seem to be on good terms, and I think things will work out, but maybe not as quickly as some would assume.
In at number 4, Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chambers. After 13 years of being together, Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chambers both announced their separation on their Instagram accounts on July 10th of 2020, saying in a statement, quote, 13 years as best friends, soulmates, partners, and then parents. It's been an incredible journey, but together we've decided to turn the page and move on from our marriage. As we enter into this next chapter, our children and relationship as co-parents and dear friends will remain our priority. Then adding that they asked for privacy for the sake of their children. The pair got married in 2010 and have 2 kids together, Harper Grace and Ford Armand Douglas.
At number 3, Christina Ricci and James Heerdegen. Again, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but that's what I'm going with. After 7 years of marriage, again, 7 years, Christina filed for divorce from her husband in early July, citing irreconcilable differences. Things seemed to be pretty bad between the couple because just a few days before filing for divorce on June 25th, police were called to the couple's home and the actress was granted an emergency protective order against James. Following the divorce filings, Christina has also requested to be granted sole legal and physical custody of their 5-year-old son, Freddie. There is speculation that there was domestic abuse involved in their relationship, since the police dispatch cited domestic battery as the reason for the call on June 25th. This creates a polar opposite from their marriage 3 years ago, when Christina gushed about how she's become the best version of herself through marriage and motherhood. When the couple met in 2012 on the set of Pan Am, they seemed to be completely in love and they were engaged and wed the following year. Now with this new information suggesting domestic violence, you can really see that things aren't always what they seem.
And at number 2, Vanessa Morgan and Michael Kopech. Many fans were shocked after it was revealed that this couple had split after only being together for about 2 years. The whole debacle started off when Vanessa Morgan announced that she was pregnant with a boy on July 24th, with the caption of the announcement post that she made on Instagram reading, quote, "I'm overjoyed to be welcoming my baby boy into the world this January," along with many other sentiments in the long caption. With her sharing tons of videos from the shower that suspiciously left out her husband, Michael Kopech, leading many to believe they were separated, with people speculating if the baby was even his or not, especially with the wording of the caption inferring that Vanessa was doing this alone. A few weeks after all the speculation, it was revealed that Michael Kopech had filed for divorce, and a source disclosed that Kopech filed for divorce 1 month before the baby reveal, with the source adding the child is his, with the couple only being married for 6 months before the filing.
And at number 1, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. Actress Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green have divorced following 10 years of marriage. On his podcast, Green said that the two had begun their separation in late 2019, but only recently filed for divorce. Green described their end of marriage discussion as a patient process. He allowed Megan to recuperate after coming home from filming abroad, and then had the difficult conversation about ending their marriage. They say that it was a mutual decision and that there were no hard feelings about it. They simply just fell out of love, and that's okay. Megan has been seen with rapper Machine Gun Kelly, and Green doesn't want them to be criticized for their relationship. Seems like the two of them are supportive of one another through this, and I like that. This also isn't the first time the couple has divorced. Back in 2015, Fox filed for divorce, but soon they got back together after working out their differences. The couple have 3 kids together and are co-parenting.
Yeah, this one was so crazy to me, and I actually just read that he thinks, like Brian Austin Green thinks, that they could be getting back together even though she seems so in love with Machine Gun Kelly. Like, it's all just like so confusing. And then I did a video like a while back that Megan and Brian Austin Green were in a open relationship, so it's just like a lot going on with that couple. We'll see if they make it back together. I mean, like, hopefully not in a way, but we'll see.
Yeah, it honestly kind of sounds like, you know, Megan's like in a relationship, she's super happy, but like Brian's probably like, the spotlight's not on me anymore, let me change that.
Ooh,
like, I feel like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for him to be like, actually we're in an open relationship. Like, you would have said that a long time ago. Yeah. It's just now, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of like mystery around it. Who knows? Alright everyone, that's all for those today. Let me know what you're thinking down below. Who was the most shocking to you? Mine was probably Cardi, but also, like, he treated her so badly that I'm happy she's fine ending it. Who was your biggest shock?
Probably Vanessa Morgan. Like, I was so sad when I found out that we're getting a divorce. Like, when they were like, oh, like, we're having a baby, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that's so cute. Yeah. But then, you know, they're like, actually, we're also divorced. I'm like, okay, something happened. Because
yeah, like,
that
so
out of the
soon
blue.
after.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's so weird.
Also, the 7-year thing? That must be a thing. Like,
yeah,
3
honestly.
of your people were 7-year, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I've done, like, other lists about divorce, and like, a lot of people get divorced after either 7 or 10 years. I'm like, hey, there's a curse. Yeah. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, 7 is a very strange number. 10, I guess you're like, oh, we've been together 10 years, and then you start like thinking a lot, but 7 years is such a strange like time to be contemplating things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Anyway,
really weird.
very interesting. But now before we head out, we're gonna shout out some comments from the last roundup. So Deanna S said, Paris Hilton is a career woman. She plays a character low-key brilliant. No, high-key brilliant. It was so funny in that interview that she called herself brilliant. I mean, I just love to see it. She's so confident.
She's a great woman. She's a great role model. She's like made herself to be like this amazing woman. Like, yes. Yeah. Brilliant. High-key brilliant.
No, I'm so happy. And I'm so happy now she's like revealing that she's playing the character, because before, you know, she might not have been seen as the best role model, but now it's like, oh wow, she like made this whole persona. We can really like admire her for who she truly is.
Yeah. Bree Tucker says, Britney sounded just like Christina Aguilera, so her record company wanted to change her sound so she wasn't sounding too familiar. T. I mean, wouldn't it have been like so much better to have Britney and Christina, like, you know, both belting? I feel like that would have been super cool. We didn't really need the baby voice. It wasn't a niche that we needed to fill.
But people loved it though. It's such a tough one, because I get where they're going. Like, you don't want two women that look pretty kind of similar with the same voice, but also just to make her like change her whole voice. Like, that is, it just hurts me to hear it now.
It's really sad. It's so sad.
It's really sad.
She had so much potential and they just took that away from her.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's had such a massive career, but who knows what she could have been if she had that Adele type voice. Like, could have been crazy. And Sub has said, I am an Asian brunette, so it's nothing personal. Why is the term dumb blonde still existing in 2020? Why is being dumb associated with color of hair on women in general? Preach, because I mean, look at my hair. Clearly I don't want to be labeled a dumb blonde. Yeah, it's an I get why this stereotype is a thing, because way back when, I mean, honestly, I feel like people like Paris Hilton probably like hyped up the stereotype even more. I'm trying to think of who else was big, but a lot of the women back there were like, back then were like blondes and I guess had that persona. And yeah, I feel that it's dropped now since that we had that wave like 2 years ago, everyone went platinum. And so now it's like, I feel like that's less of a thing now, like dumb blonde. I don't hear that personally as much.
I haven't heard that in years,
yeah.
Honestly. It's, I don't know, why does your hair color, right, like you said, like why does your hair color have to do anything with your intelligence? I don't, who created that? It was probably created by a man, to be honest. Oh, he was probably like,
that is a guarantee. Yeah, literally.
Guarantee. No woman would have ever done that to herself.
Literally, but good to know. I think the dynamic is changing. Even with colored hair, like I feel like having like pink or blue hair would have been so crazy, let's say 20 years ago, but now it's, I think it's not so much. So I mean, just, you know,
it's
we're
like
all
a normal thing now.
Broadening our horizons. Maybe I'll come in with blue hair next week.
Oh gosh.
Alright everyone, that is all for this video. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, really appreciate you. And we will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Bye.